didn't do something, no, sat on the sidelines. Pinch me, 'cause I've been sleeping. Yeah, I've been dreaming. Oh, it's always going one way till my eyes are open. Yeah, I wanna go back to the dream, but I can't. Yeah, every night it's like a new journey. Close my eyes, I'm off on to a new frontier. Yeah, got no fear. Yeah, nothing can harm me in my dreams. Yeah, even though sometimes when you try to defend yourself, yeah, your arms don't even move. Yeah, try to run away, yeah, that ain't happening, no. Like you're melting into the flow. Yeah, it's a dream time stay, yeah, you gotta wake it before it all goes down the drain. Wake up, you got to wake up before it's too late, before you think back and say, I wish I did something when I had the chance. Now I can't, and now I'm living in the woods, trying to survive against the bears, against the wild animals. Been living here forever, and I'm not equipped for this. No. Oh, I hope this is a dream. Pinch me, I've been sleeping away. This is one of them dreams. Yeah, you gotta energize yourself, stay above the negativity. Yeah, find the love. Yeah, if you do, you can break away from the world they're trying to build. It's like a nightmare. Yeah. You gotta wake up. Saying, wish I could have done something when I could have done something, but I didn't do something, no, sat on the sidelines. Oh, it's inevitable, yeah, you got to get up and go. Yeah, till you start saying, I should have done something when I could have done something. Save the world, yeah, with a smile. For you say you could have done something, but you did nothing. Yeah, sitting on the sidelines, hoping for someone else to be brave. Yes, it's gonna take the total population of humanity come together. Don't you see the division they sow is all fiction? Oh, open your eyes. Can't you see the lies? Yeah, they keep lying. Yeah, you keep lying. We keep trying, yeah, to break you away from the spell. Yeah, so wake up. Wake up before it's too late. Got to wake up. Got to wake up. Wake up from the dream. Yeah, wake up from the nightmare. Wake up. start saying you could have done something, did nothing. Yeah, you're sitting on the sideline. It's officially Wednesday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking down the road today, it's Renaissance Man. Another way. I'm here to ease my mind and to help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1,227 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. But what are we going to do? What are we going to get into, Joanne? No, I know you're going to get into that freaking file cabinet. We know it. I don't think you do anything else except wheeze. You're back there wheezing and do the file cabinet. WD doesn't work with the file cabinet, apparently. It's a crappy file cabinet. We're going to have to take some donations here at Renaissance Man Show in order to get a new file cabinet for Joanne, because we tried the WD. Tried it also on her wheeze. That didn't work. Oh, goodness, guys. It's been a crazy day, crazy world, crazy life, right? We're dealing with it. And I think it's important for us to understand it's not going to get any better. But also, a friend of mine said something interesting today that's, I think, very true. It's always been like this. You know, so even though we're like, oh my goodness, the end days. It's always been the end days for every generation. The Cold War, Vietnam, everywhere. I mean, every single generation, every single time period, they keep you in, you know, complete confusion and fear. And, you know, I think that's the play. You can't have world peace, because with world peace, then they have no ability to hold their power over you and to wield that power. So the fear and the constant wars, transgression, the division, it's all intentional in order for them to reach their end goal. But that's why the opening song tonight was Wake Up. It has not been released yet. That'll be a song that comes out in the next week or two. But we have a couple of news stories for you today, right, Joanne? Joanne, can you stop napping back there? She's napping and wheezing. You ever heard a napper that's wheezing? She snores and wheezes at the same time, right? What are we doing back there, Joanne? Right? Guys, I have the bit of all bits about Joanne. I cannot wait to drop for you. Woo! I've been working on it. I just, you know what? I've been kind of laid back about dropping long form stuff. It's about 11 minutes long, and I don't know. I'll drop it at some point, but I was doing a piece of content every day that was like 10 to 30 minutes long, song every day, every 3 or 4 days, and live every day for 2 hours. And, you know, when you saturate the world with that much stuff, you're not going to do what we need to do, which is bring the world together. So these are 30-minute mark episodes. So we have about 20 minutes left here, so don't go anywhere. Tomorrow, we have a very special episode. My brother, Phil Hall, who I think I see a hello to Phil in here. Phil Hall will be with us tomorrow to discuss all kinds of things, Phil Hall. For Phil Hall coming on tomorrow, too. Let me get it. Double-decker. I need it right now. Woohoo! Right? I was here. You were there. We were doing it. And we got a woohoo. So tomorrow, Phil Hall coming on. We're going to talk about, I'm not really sure what yet. We were going to chat about something last week, and then apparently tonight, and I missed the message, and I got on here late. So tomorrow, we're going to have Phil on. We're going to get into it. What's that? Okay, Joanne, I know she's pushing me along now because of the 30-minute mark. I get it, Joanne. Put the first story on the screen then if you want to be that way, you know. We're going to start calling you That Way, Joanne, you know, because it's kind of obnoxious, your attitude. But no, I understand that you were born and bred, you know, Soros. And that's just the way you act. But not on my watch. Not in Renaissance Man Joe. Okay? I run a tight ship here. Okay? What are you talking about? So, Joanne, can we get to the first story of the day? Where is Mark? Where did he go? Hey, guys, I'm back. I'm down it. So let's get to the first story of the day, Joanne, if you don't mind doing a teleprompter deal for me. Because I can't do the telepromptering and the hosting and the live improvisationing all at the same time. Okay? You got to do something back there. No, I know you're doing the wheeze already. So, but I need you to do something else, productive for the show, because that's destroying the show. The entire I see if there Pamela's saying already. Freaking Joanne, What? Okay, Joanne, we're going to do that. Here we go. First lunar, is it first? A total lunar eclipse will turn the moon red Sunday night. Joanne, this is a little biblical. We were talking about this in the title of the show today. This is a biblical episode coming up on Sunday, and based on everything going on in the world, volcanoes, you got freaking tsunamis, famine, the war, a country in ruins, world in ruins, really, and a red moon. I think they talked about that. Anyway, blood moon, they said, something like that. Anyway, let's get into it, Joanne. There's a story here to be done. Can you start the telepromptering, or am I going to have to take over? What are we talking about? The eclipse will be visible from most of the lower 48 and North America. I hate when they get a little too lazy, when they're writing the stories for us, Joanne, to do, because we do these stories live. We read these cold, and they couldn't say 48 states. Oh, will be visible from most of the lower 48. You couldn't say states? Lower 48 what? Bunions? What are we talking about over here? 48 could also, if you think about it, that could be like eggs. Oh, I got 4 dozen eggs. You did? You didn't get a niner? You didn't know about the niner and get it from, I think it was Chuck's chicken stack. I forget what it was, but the niner was a thing. 9 eggs, much better than a 12. It was like a middle finger with that 9th egg. Anyway, guys, we're doing it. Story here. Joanne, you're getting me sidetracked with an old bit. The Chicken Shack bit. It was killer. You should find it. Just type in Chicken Shack on my playlist or in my search field for my channel, Chicken Shack. You won't want to miss that. In fact, I may have to play it for you in a little while. Joanne is first. The first total lunar eclipse of 2022 is about to dye the moon red on Sunday night, Joanne. The weekend's full flower moon. They're calling it a flower moon. They're going totally Karen on it, will be bathed in a rusty bronze light as Earth's shadow sweeps across it, creating a spectacle visible across most of North America. Joanne, are you going to be... Oh, that's right. You're stuck down here. You can't go anywhere because you're humongocarditis. Just about everyone in the contiguous United States will get to enjoy the show, weather permitting. For those in California and the Pacific Northwest, only the second half of the eclipse will be visible as the burgundy moon rises during totality. It's the first of 2 total lunar eclipses visible for the United States this year. The next is slated for the night of November 7th, Joanne. Big night for you, right? Yeah, I know. That's when you get the humongocarditis transplant. We're going to work on that one. We're still doing the GoFundMe. And we'll favor parts of northwestern North America, missing out on Sunday night's show. That's a pretty cool picture right there, Joanne. Did you take that photo? Joanne, you can't go out there to the turret arch, take a picture, and be like, yeah, that's my pic. Are we going to get caught with copyright infringement here? I'm showing photo. The moon. Red blood moon deal. Joanne didn't take it. She's taking credit for it until I have to ask her, when you press her? Oh, no, I didn't take that one. Thief. You're a thief, Joanne. I didn't mean to hire a thief. I thought that, we did a pretty good job when we did our, a once-over of Joanne. Gave her a once-over. But when she said she'd take doll hairs, I was kind of down. I'm like, I'm good. Whatever. Louise will deal with it. But don't take credit for photos, Joanne. When it's not you and you didn't take the photo and you're not there at the Turret Arches, the Turret Arch at Arches National Park in Moab, you couldn't go down to Moab. Take a freaking flight. They were there with your freaking, you got the old CVS. You went and brought it back, and they were like, sorry, it was exposed. Joanne, when you go down there with an old school point and click camera, snap and click, where you have to just kind of keep pushing the roller across. What do they call those anyway? No, I know, Joanne. If you don't know, I don't know. I know. I understand that. If I don't know, you don't know. It's the same freaking thing. Eclipses of all forms occur when one object blocks another. In the case of a total lunar eclipse, the Earth intercedes between the sun and the moon, like Joanne on a beautiful sunny day. You might expect that to prevent sunlight from reaching the moon and making it disappear, but that doesn't happen. Instead, some sunlight skims around the periphery of the Earth through our atmosphere and is scattered toward the moon. Sounds as plausible as landing on the moon in 1969 through 73. Whatever it was. For this to happen, the sun, earth, and moon all have to be in line. That only happens during a full moon. Total solar eclipses, on the other hand, take place during new moons. When the moon slips between earth and the sun, that extinguishes sunlight from reaching a narrow corridor of earth, transforming day to night. Solar eclipses also allow the emergence of the sun's milky white corona, or atmosphere, ordinarily outshone by blazing sunlight. Solar and lunar eclipses come in pairs about 2 weeks apart. The most recent partial solar eclipse on April 30th was visible from South America. Oh, look, what do you see? I absolutely see something at least cylindrical blocking out there, so that's showing curvature right there, guys. Look. That's showing curvature. You guys see it? I see it. That's curvature right there. But what it looks like to me, and again, this is what I'm starting to believe. I believe that the size of this freaking planet is much bigger than they say. I don't know. But it's definitely seeming to me like there's some freaking curvature there. So at least it's shaped like this in a way. But it could be a disc. Who the freak knows? Who the hell knows? I don't know anything anymore. I really don't. I started looking at different things and I'm like, okay, look, there's no way that it's flat because of X. And I'm like, but then there's no way that it's a sphere because of Y. And I'm like, maybe it's intended for it to be one of those things where you really can't figure it out, almost like what happens after death. It's just like you'll never know. Like physics won't be able to explain it because what happens out there is beyond physics. I could be totally wrong, but I just feel like it could be something that's different than everybody believes and closer to what everybody believes at the same time. Like, why can't there be sort of a happy medium? But I guess there isn't. You're either living on the top of something or you're living in the complete surface all around it. The one that gets to me, and I don't know if anybody can answer this for me, but the idea of not being able to have gravity without a container. Like not being able to keep pressure without being, a can of soda, it's contained within pressure. So when you open it, that's why things maintain. And so we have to be in some sort of container in order for there to be pressure. And so then I'm like, well, geez, then that means that we're not what they say. However, we could just be in some humongous crystal ball that's so big we can't see the outside and where the glass is. But it's out there because we're in a pressurized environment. I don't know. Seems a little weird to me. A little out there. But Joanne, what do we have next on the news? Because bottom line, you're a crapper back there with the story. terrible story you did. I'm not impressed at all. The $93 billion plan to put astronauts back on the moon. Or should we say on the moon? The most powerful rocket will make a trip around the moon in 2022, a step towards landing people there in 2025, a part of the U.S. Artemis program. That is a large rocket right there, Joanne. What, Joanne? That's disgusting. You know? And how did they get this thing off the ground? What are we dealing with over here? You know, this is the one that goes, does it go straight up because it's got to go to the moon? Like, how does this work? They're always going on an angle to leave the atmosphere, apparently. But when you're going to the freaking moon, don't you want to go straight? Right? You don't want to go out in a weird angle because you're not going to the freaking moon, dude. You're going like somewhere else. So Artemis better be going straight up towards, you know, the glass ceiling, wherever it is. It may be well beyond. I'm thinking the glass ceiling is like beyond Pluto, you know, and it's like you're dealing with it. It's there. And we're dealing with the pressurized environment because of it. And then beyond, we can't see, like, well, there's a freaking glass there. It's clear, dude, you know? Oh, look, I got James Webb. You got James Webb? Okay. James Webb quit like a day before they went to, you know, the moon. Did you guys ever see the 3 astronauts when they were having their press conference after coming back from the moon? It's worth a watch. Never seen 3 people more, you know, like embarrassed in their lives, like a freaking like dog with their tail between their legs. What happened? Didn't you just go to the moon? Low Earth orbit, which isn't the moon, by the way. And it's also not space, you know, it's like above the Earth at a point where you're like floating a bit, I believe, but like, don't call it outer space. Maybe I'm in outer space. Are you? Did you go to outer space? No, I went 70 miles above the Earth. 70 miles above the Earth? That's where you went? That's outer space? When I stand on a chair outside 3 feet off the ground, that's outer space. If you're talking about 70 miles being outer space. What are we doing? Right? I said Joanne should, you know, do some sort of lift and pulley system and hang in the air for a full year and get the Guinness, you know, longest time in outer space. She's contemplating it. Oh, this is an amazing photo that was taken and created in Photoshop. Like, where did they get this photo from? Oh, look at that. We have a satellite right behind the moon, and then it's taking a picture of the Earth right there. Look at that. Yeah, okay, buddy. Oh, look at the credit is from NASA's Liam Yanulis. Let's check out who Liam Yanulis is real quick. How about that? Because I bet you he's like some freaking graphic design genius. Ready? Right here. Joanne, what do we have on a Yanulis? You know, we got to see what we got when we're looking at it. And we're like, Yanulis. Here we go. Liam Yanulis. Ah! Nailed it! Liam Yanulis is a 3D artist, Joanne. NASA, the never actually speeding along in the sky. I don't know. I couldn't think of a good one. It's never actually space agency. I don't know what they call it. Something. But Liam Yanulis, he's a 3D animation and illustration intern at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Rye, New Hampshire. You know, Joanne, when you nail it and you know that he's some sort of shill, you know what I mean? Like, oh, look, we have this great photo. You got a great photo. It's a crap photo. You know? Oh, goodness. You know what? When Joanne had this photo and Joanne, did you take this photo? Joanne, you can't get in the Artemis? Go around the moon. Take a freaking snapshot of Roo, back of the Earth, so I can point out that there's a little bit of curvature there. Like, you can't do it? I wonder if you even see curvature from the moon, Joanne. You could have told us that if you actually got in the Artemis and brought your little point and click. Oh, no, she ran out. She got 2 shots in the freaking moon. She forgot to get a secondary from CVS. You know, you go down there and you only pick up, the 2-pack and you ran through. You know, this is the end of because you did the other one when you were taking the photos of the first time from Moab. You came out doing the moonshot and you're thinking to yourself, I think I got enough on this second freaking camera roll. No, I'm sorry. Point and click. That's when you really got to, dig deep and say, I'm going to spend an extra $6 on another point and click. You know what I mean? Did you get the 400 or did you get the 800? I mean, like you're questioning, which one am I getting? What speed do I shoot from the moon? But you didn't, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. No, Joanne, I get it. You have an issue with heights. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten 97 bugaboos because now you're floating. And now you have to deal with the height issue all the time, That's on you. The Artemis program faces huge challenges, notably whether the U.S. Congress will be willing to pay the cost of several $1 billion. $1 billion, Joanne. Look, we're going to spend several $1 billion per flight. But if the proceeds anything like NASA has envisioned, it will give a major boost to science education and public awareness. Yeah, no, but where's number 2? Joanne. Don't make me send you down with the sharks with the freaking lasers. Get him there with the murder hornets. All right, so bottom line, guys, we're going to the moon, maybe for the first time. I don't know. You tell me. Did we really go? Guys, Andy Dick arrested on suspicion of felony battery at OC Battery at the OC Park, Joanne. When you go to OC Park and you're doing it, and you're Andy Dick style. Comedian Andy Dick was arrested Wednesday in Orange County for alleged sexual battery, officials said. Around 9 a.m., deputies were called to a campground at O'Neill Regional Park, located at 30892 Trabuca? Joanne, what are we talking about? Trabuca Canyon Road and Trabuca Canyon for an assault investigation. Sergeant Scott Steinel of Orange County Sheriff's Department told KTLA. After an investigation, Dick was arrested on suspicion of felony sexual battery, the Sheriff's Department said. He has since been booked into jail. The victim was taken to the hospital for an assault examination. They did a rape kit. The department said their arrest was apparently live streamed on YouTube by Captain Contents RV. No further details about the incident were immediately available. Back in November, Dick was arrested in LA area for a felony domestic violence charge for allegedly hitting his boyfriend on the head with a liquor bottle. The comedian has also been arrested a number of times for allegations, including drug possession and groping, the Los Angeles Times reported. So I guess that's the end of our stories, Joanne. You get it going. We're down it, Crap stories. You give a bunch of terrible stories for the day. Nobody's proud of you. Everybody's upset with you. They all want you to just stop doing what you do best, which is wheeze and destroy the lives of everybody you run into, You take happiness and then you grind it down and then you bury it. And people are like, where was it buried again? And you're like, I didn't make a map. Joanne, where did you bury it? I don't know. I take it to the grave. When they bury me, I'd be like, we have to find Joanne and then bring her back to life and ask her if she remembers where she dug it up and then she put it in and then buried it. But she didn't make a map. No treasure map. No, with some, questions, give me a little, oh, I'm there. I'm on all of a sudden like a treasure hunt. Scavenger hunt. Just follow the ashes. It's times like this that you get sad. Really, you get sad. Time comes to an end too quickly. That's why we show up every day to do it. 30-minute mark, Texas lady in the house. Trish Killian, kill it and grill it. Let's see, I'm rolling through. So if you're here, say goodnight or forever hold your peace. Remember, this is a 30-minute show every day now. So do me a favor and make the time. to be a part of the 30-minute episode. It is well worth it because we do interesting things here. We start the show now with a song. You won't know what it is. I don't even know what's going to be on a daily. I'm going to play you something that's going to be released soon. And then we start the show. We do some things. Maybe we're going to write a song. Maybe we're going to do the comedy news. Maybe we're going to get into something inspirational or rant-driven. But I will tell you this. It's always going to be here. So keep spreading the word, guys. Remember, 10,000 will be joining us by June 15th. I know it seems crazy because we're sitting here with 6 people live right now on YouTube. But you know what? I don't give a crap what I see there. 10,000 people are going to be here with me June 15th. You look down on June 15th and be like 10,000 freaking people here. And it's already starting. I put something out yesterday that's taken off on TikTok. I'm going to just quickly check. Let's see. 60, while we were on, 67 new followers on TikTok while we were on for the last 30 minutes. So I hope that continues. I know it's going to continue because this show has been driving towards positivity and us coming together. And I think that the shadow ban doesn't exist. It's over. We need to decide as a family and as a community to build out the most powerful form of light on planet Earth. And we do it right here every single day forever for 30 minutes. And one day when we're here larger and we have a group that really can make a difference, I will go back to 2 hours plus. But for now, I want you to be excited and say, oh, it's over already? Because tomorrow I will be back and we will do it all over again, fam. So, until tomorrow. Why isn't this working for me? It's not letting me see who's on with me right now. It's so weird. Let me try to refresh this real quick. I will, if this doesn't work, I'll just have to run through the chat real quick and just make sure I say hi to everybody and goodbye to everybody. Whoa, what is this? I'm dealing with some weird stuff right now on the computer. You got a double computer situation here rather than Joanne's supposed to take care of this one. What's that? No, I know, Joanne. I know you want to just rest your bunions. Can you get him out of the shot, though? You know, I'm here doing a good night. You got your freaking bunions there behind my coffee mug? Unbelievable. Nobody wants to see that. Here we go. Got it to work. Sydney, my brother. Kill it and grill it. Mr. B. Silver, I appreciate you. Oh, to answer your question, Mr. B, I tried to get in touch with Guinness about maybe 6 months ago because I was like, has anybody else done this? Long form every day, 2+ hours, and I don't know if I just don't know how to phrase it correctly or present it correctly, but they both times they were like, we can't research this. Well, there's no way. There were days. I think there were days like I went on like 11:30. I finished at 3-4 in the morning. So like, is that 2 days? So they're like confused. I'm like, it doesn't freaking matter. I was on consistently every single day since December 31st, 2018 for 2+ hours. It doesn't matter if I started in one day and ended in another, but for some reason in their minds that matters. So I just don't know. But I'm not doing it for accolades. I'm doing it so you get some sort of peace, Mr. B. I'm doing it so we can get more people like you and me together in order to find a different world. Because this is not the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world like this one. So I create it every day and hope that it will spread. And hope that it will change the world. And the only thing I know is if I don't do it, I just don't know where else it's going to attempt to be done. Everything else is like so... Everything else is so political, or it's just so much of a distraction that you can't even get to the moment. So when we create every single day in the moment, we're able to be here, to be present. Let's be present. That's what I want for us. So remember, fam and friends, you can pick up my albums on markpires.com. Go to Linktree, the link below. You can support this show. You can send a donation, Venmo, PayPal, or Patreon. Like Jacqueline Grace, you can support the show monthly on Patreon. I would love to start building out that Patreon and do some sort of weekly special show for the Patreons. So, you know, this is a show. I've been here 1,227 days in a row, and I do it for the, you know, out of the kindness of my heart, essentially, because As a real estate agent, I should spend all my time procuring new clients, trying to sell more real estate, because you're here on this planet in order to survive. I got 3 kids and I have a wife, and for 1,227 days in a row, I've done something for a lot of time that hasn't yielded me any income. So it's kind of silly, I get it, but I'm on a mission here I think needs to continue, and I won't stop. I won't. And I believe that the day is coming where we have critical mass. And that's what we need here. Positivity needs critical mass. We can't go forward and make change with 6 people, with 10 people, with 20 people. We need 10,000 people to get this started. And those 10 will share it to 3 or 4 more. And before you know it, we'll be sitting here with a group that can really make a change in this world. It only starts with us. So, until tomorrow, fam, friends, Trish, Killian, Texas Lady, Pamela, Swan, Mr. B, Kill It and Grill It, Juniper Berries, and Sydney. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Don't forget Phil Hall tomorrow. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for another show. You got to go right now. But we'll be back tomorrow. So don't miss it. Till tomorrow, fam. Till tomorrow.